Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Tony Shen. I'm back with another stock plugin tutorial. This is basically a series where I make beats only using stock plugins or other easily accessible sounds. And the purpose of that is this series is more tailored towards beginners who don't have $500 to spend on Omnisphere or whatever, right? And I also try to make these tutorials really simplified, and I go step by step so you guys can make an entire beat from start to finish along with me. So yeah, today we're gonna make a Playboi Carti type beat. I've been a really big fan of his music for a long time, and I'm super excited to show you how to make his type of beat today. But before I get to that, if you haven't done so already, please drop a like on this video, drop a comment if you guys have any requests for additional tutorials, and also make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn the bell notification on. It really helps out the channel a lot. The second thing I want to say is this month I'm giving out a lot of free stuff for my subscribers. It's subscriber appreciation month for me. I just made it that. Yeah, if you check the link in the description, I have a download link to a few of my sound kits, including my most recent one, which is called Tony's Toy Box, and it contains like some of the craziest sounds I've ever came up with. Also, my drum kit is always available, Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 1. So all that's in the link in the description. So with that being said, let's get straight to the video. To start off, we're gonna use this this plugin called Flex. Now, I know Flex is I think it's only available for like FL Studio 20, and I know some of you guys might be running older versions of FL Studio. If you are, that's okay. I'm gonna actually post all of the loops that I used, or all the stems that I used in the video description, so you guys can actually download the audio rendered forms of this and still play around with all these melodies. We're gonna pull up Flex, and then I found this really cool preset called Pull Vibe. It's in this library, I guess, but if you guys don't know, Flex is just FL Studio 20's version of like a big sampler library. You can download different sounds, and it's really super easy to use. And this is the preset we're going to use today for our first melody, Plucky. First, let's just get the tempo straight. So you want your tempo to be a little bit faster. So I'd say like 165 to like even 180 if you wanna be like that. But we're gonna go with like 160, 170. And yeah, so let's draw in the notes. Now the chords, we're just gonna keep it very simple. We're gonna use like 3 chords at most. We're gonna just draw these chords in. So like, let's turn this metronome on. Boom. So I'm kind of just hearing it in my head, and I'm just using a basic minor chord. So an A minor is just A, C, and E. So boom, and then so I'm just gonna move this down 3 notes. Oh no, too much. Repeat this, and then I kind of want to turn down the reverb and delay just a little bit, because it does get like a little bit messy because we're gonna add a lot more melodic components to this. So I like to just turn this down just a little bit. And this is pretty loud. Yeah, and then Playboi Carti, it's like very ethereal, like spacey, and like just nice, cute little synths, right? We're gonna find more. So I'm gonna pull up Flex again. Okay, so now let's find a lead. Let's go here, and then it'll show you like all the filters that you can use. So let's see, lead, and then like a bright lead. I like that. We're gonna use the capacitation. Let's draw in like a top melody for this after the chords. Ba-ba-bum. 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 Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. It's kind of coming up with melodies in my head. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Let's throw these into the mixer track. So just Command Shift to like select these notes individually, right? And then just Control Shift L, and that'll link it to the mixer track. So let's EQ a little bit. So I'm just carving out specific regions within each frequency, so like each sound has its own space. So here is like the chords, right? And this will be like the lead that occupies it. And then we could add like a bell. Bell, like a nice soft bell. Let's go to all. That sounds cool. Remember how I said we're carving regions specifically for each instruments, right? And we're kind of arranging things and dedicating each frequency region to each sound. You can also do the same thing but with time instead. So you see how like the lead only comes in here, but there's space here. Well, we can also carve a specific region in time for a different melody. So here, bum bum bum, bum 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 bum. Boom, boom. So it's kind of like a call and response, right? Let's actually change up the bell. Maybe we can find a better sounding bell. Yeah. Let's throw this in the mixer as well, so just Control L. So even though it occupies the same frequency range, and if you just stack them on top of each other, the sounds might clash and sound a little bit muddy because they're all occupying the same range and frequency. It's okay because we arranged it in a way where they're not playing at the same time, so it's kind of like a back and forth. Let's go to the drums. So if you've seen my other videos before, you know that Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 1 is always free for you guys to download. In fact, the link is in the description below. But for a very special time, if you download Tony's Toy Box, which is my newest melody kit, it comes with Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 2. So essentially, I'm giving that out for free as well. So we're going to use sounds from there. And I actually have like a really perfect 808 for this. The Zapper 808. First thing I want to do is tune it. So Control E to open it up. If you're on Mac, it's Command E. So if you're on Mac, just substitute every time I say Control with Command and you'll get all the shortcuts, right? But just detect pitch region. And as you can tell, it's a C2, right? So just make sure that because that thing's at C, just make sure that the note highlighted here in blue is also C. So if it's at E, you just right click here. right? But it says C, so I'm gonna leave it here. And then also you want to turn on your envelope so that when you play notes, it doesn't leak to the next note. Like if I didn't have it on, you can hear it's like just a whole mess. Yeah, so now let's actually, when I do drums now, I kind of like to record it in rather than just clicking it, because it gets a little bit boring and repetitive. And what you'll figure out is if you just keep clicking notes, you're gonna end up coming up with the same drum pattern, and you're gonna have like one drum pattern for every beat. What I've been doing is just recording the notes by hand, so it's actually really easy. If you just press the Q note, it registers as a C, so it's the same thing as if I click a note here. It like registers the same note if you just press Q on your keyboard. So I've been just using the Q key as like a mini drum pad. So all you have to do is record it in, right? So here, and then notes and automation, and turn the metronome on, right? Just press space. Cool. Now let's work with this a little bit. So let's quantize it on the grid so it's not off time. So Control Q, and that'll quantize it to the grid. And the second thing is I kind of just want to extend all these notes so that the entire sample plays through. So Control L to link all the notes, and then turn this off, and then the important thing with doing 808s is you want to follow the same chord progression, and it's actually really simple because we played the chords already, and all you have to do is follow the root note. So since this is an A minor chord, you just want to play it on A, right? So and then that's a G minor. No, that's a G major. So, but it's a G, so you still want the root note on G. This is what, an F major. This is an F major. So oh no, this will go on F. Oh, and to shift notes up and down, just literally press the shift key and then up and down. Cool, we got our 808s. Is that a clap? We use the herb clap. Because I'm lazy, I'm just gonna copy it. Just hold shift and then drag it, and that copies the note essentially. Okay, now we're gonna add our open hats. Or closed hats. Use this hat. Same thing, we're gonna record it in just pressing the Q key. So hit notes and automation. Turn metronome on. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now let's just Command Q. Quantize the grid, and just check if like they're quantized to the right grid, and I didn't mess up anything too bad. Yeah, like there. I messed up. And also forgot to play a note here. Ooh. Now you could add rolls if you want, but I want to keep it kind of simple with the hi-hat melodies, but I'll just show you how to make a roll. Say I want to roll here, right? So I'm just going to drag it out to how long I want to roll it to, and then select the grid in which I want the subdivisions of the roll to be. So in this case, let's just do half a step, and then just highlight the note, and then just Control U, and that articulates it automatically to the grid, so it's like a lot simpler. You could add another note here. Then we're gonna add a rim. Same thing, let's record it in. So again, press the Q key. Control Q, and then let's just check if it's on time. Actually, I'm gonna select step and then Control Q because that quantizes it to like a better subdivision. Okay, that's on time. Wow. And then open hats. Yeah, I'll just click this one in. Yeah, it's super simple. Okay, last thing we're gonna do is add a kick. Use the correct kick, but with the kick, I'm just gonna follow the 808 melody. So, I'm just gonna copy and paste this in, and then set the notes to C because that's usually the root note, and then because I'm lazy, okay. Okay, now it's pretty much the entire beat. Yeah, I'm gonna mix the drums here. So just same thing. Select all those notes, all those channels, and then Control Shift L. Drums are already mixed for you, so you don't have to like do too much stuff to make it stand out or like make it pop, unless you want to, of course. But these drums are good the way they are. Then one last thing is I want to add like another section to this beat, but I want to add like maybe like a verse section to play. So let's add one more melody. Let's pull up Flex again. Let's go to all and then tags. Let's look for let's find like a wind and like something windy. Maybe like a flute. Yeah. We're gonna keep the chords, but we're gonna add another melody to the verse section, or change up the melody a little bit. So, let's go to flute. I'm gonna turn this. Man, why is Flex so loud? Oh my, look at the. Man, that's like almost at zero. Like they mastered it to 0 decibels. That's so loud. Jeez, that's more loud than Bronny James. Boom, 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 boom. And then just lower the knob here, and then add some reverb. Make it more wet. Okay, now we have all of our sounds pretty much mixed. The drums are all nice and banging. We got our melody. Now the last step is to arrange it. Arranging, it's really up to you. Like there's no like optimal way of arranging. Like it's really up to you to do. So I'm just gonna breeze through it really quickly again. So all you have to do, but just like the basics, all you have to do is split by channel, so you have all the individual patterns by themselves. So it's a lot easier for you to kind of like organize each sound. And then oh yeah, we also need to turn back these sounds back on again. But basically, yeah, like I said, there's like no right like industry standard way of arranging. So this flute, that's gonna come in like here probably, right? That's like the verse, right? And then start with just like the chords and maybe like the sparkle thing, right? And then maybe this comes in here, and then you have your drums here, and then the kick comes in on the second. Maybe, I don't know, it's up to you again. Like it's completely up to you. There's so many ways you can arrange it, and like don't think there's only one way to do it. Let's start with the chords. By the way, sorry if I missed this shortcut for you guys, but if you guys want to copy a section onto the next available section, just Control B. So yeah, sorry if I forgot to mention that, but back to the arranging. I'm done arranging. Just to break it down for you guys, to make it simple, I have right now, that's 8 bars. I know it's 8 bars. It looks like it's 16, right? But it's in double time, so it's actually 8. So there's 8 bars here for the chorus, 12 bars here for the verse, 8 bar chorus, 12 bar verse, and then 8 bar chorus, and then like a quick outro, quick outro. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna play the beat from start, but before I do that, again, just a few reminders. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. It really means a lot. Here's the beat.